What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the Forever Self-Employed podcast. Today, we have a very special guest. Jaime Ibanez is going to be joining us. Jaime, how are you doing today, bro?
Hey, I'm good. Thank you so much for having me.
Dude, I'm super pumped to have you on the podcast, man, you know?
Yeah, I'm excited. It's been a while since I've done one, so.
Absolutely. The setup looks incredible, bro.
Thank you. It's the new camera.
Right. I was telling him he came in, he was flexing on me, man. So anyway, let's go ahead and jump right into this. So the way I kind of structured this whole podcast to go is, first of all, I want to talk to you about vending and everything you do with your vending business. And then on the back end, I want to talk to you about YouTube. So,
Okay.
So first things first, like how long have you been in the vending business for? And then how old were you when you started?
So I got into vending last year in August. It was right when I got out of high school. So I graduated high school in 2018. At first, I was actually supposed to get into real estate. I was going to go get my license. And then right before I actually went to go apply, I saw a video about vending. And I don't know, I kind of got hooked. And literally like 2-3 days later, I bought my first machine. And I'm here now.
So you saw a video on YouTube about vending and that's what inspired you to get into it?
Yeah. I just thought it was weird how at first I didn't even know people can own vending machines.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was just like big companies, until I saw the video and I got motivated.
Right. And that's so ironic, man, because your video, you and Reyes kind of started the vending trend, especially on YouTube. And I think you guys inspired so many people to hop into the vending space. So the fact that you were motivated by someone you saw on YouTube, that's just kind of funny and ironic, man. So how many locations do you currently have?
I don't have many, just because around the same time that I started my vending business, I kind of got into YouTube and it was doing good. So I took some months off from finding more locations to focus on YouTube. Right. And right now, 7 locations. I forgot because I got some new ones recently. So I'm at 7 locations, but I got 20 machines though.
20 machines on 7 locations.
Yeah, 20 machines.
So you must have a couple big locations then, huh?
Yeah, 1 location, I have 7 machines in there.
Holy moly. Do you mind telling us like what that is or like what kind of business it is at least?
Yeah, it's a indoor flea market.
Indoor flea market.
Yeah.
So is
one of my new ones.
Is it only popping like on the weekends or flea markets open all week?
This one, it was closed for like a couple months and they had like the grand opening last weekend. So I barely got it. And they used to be open only weekends, but now they're going to be open 5 days a week. So it should be good.
Wow. Super cool, man. Yeah. I just saw one of your newer videos and I think you were showing off, machines. You got some nice Coke machines, didn't you? The ones with the glass front, with the ones with the, I don't know what they call it, but like it goes up and down and like it goes side to side.
Yeah. With the arm. Those are really nice machines, but they're expensive.
Oh, I bet, man. I bet those are super expensive. That's kind of like you're kind of taking a little bit of a risk there, just throwing those into, cause you're not sure what the return's going to be on those, right?
Yeah, no. I can tell you how much I spent on the machines for that location alone.
Yeah, dude.
So for that location alone, in just machines, $10,000.
10 rags.
$10,000 for 7 machines, and then an extra $1,000 on the product.
Wow. Wait, how much you said? 7,000 on the product?
No, 1,000.
1,000. Okay.
Yeah.
So $1,100 investment.
Yeah, 11,000. 7 machines. I mean, it better do good.
No, yeah, I hope it does good for you, man. And then, even if it doesn't, you can always try to flip them. So, like, how do you go about getting your location? How did you go about getting that location in particular, first off?
So for that location, it was pretty rare because the owners actually messaged me instead of like normally me having to be the one going out and finding locations. So the method that I use for them to contact me, I can't really say because I'm saving that for something, but I can tell you like other methods that I've used that work.
Cool. Yeah.
So one of the most like basic ones, it's literally just going up to businesses, going door to door and asking them. Right. I'm not a big fan of that one though, because first of all, it takes too much time. You waste a lot of gas, and it's and owners are busy. If you go up to their work, they don't have time for that. Right. So one that I've used a lot is email.
Email. Okay, that's interesting.
Simple emailing.
You see a lot of because I'm like in the vending community because like you, I got into vending because I was already into vending. But I saw your video on YouTube, man, and like, I'm not even gonna lie, you inspired me. I was like, dude, this guy's getting all these views on a vending video. I was like, man, I gotta start making videos because a couple years back, I had 8 locations myself, and I had
Yeah.
no idea that I could video myself and like people would even want to watch it.
Yeah.
So like I commend you for that, bro. And we're gonna get
Thank
into
you.
that here in just a minute. But you know, as far as watching people online, especially with the honor boxes, you watch them go into all these places and try to pitch to get the honor box on the counter. But like 9 times
Yeah.
out of 10, they're like, "Oh, the manager doesn't work today," or "The manager's
Yeah. Yeah.
gone."
Yeah, that happened so many times. Actually, whenever I first got into vending, I started with like candy machines, like the little gumball ones.
Right.
And for those, I kept going. I feel like I went to like 100 businesses, and I literally didn't get one single location. And I gave up on the gumball ones. I gave up
Wow.
on those, and I moved on to the big ones,
Yeah.
which a lot of people like. You shouldn't really do that because you know it's a big step to go
Mm.
to the bigger machines.
Right.
But I took that big step, and it was easier for me.
Right. Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I
And
guess
that's
it's
awesome.
different. Yeah,
No, yeah, I guess it's a different journey for everybody for sure. So can you
yeah.
give us some insight on what the email would look like if you were approaching a business or like trying to contact the business? And kind of how do you even find the email to get in contact with them in the first place?
So I to find it, I literally just Google. Like on Google, I'll either put like restaurants near me. I'll put auto shops near me. Literally like what I'm looking for.
Right.
And if it's like a restaurant or like let's say like a barbershop, right?
Right.
I look at the ones nearby and I go to their website and like literally most of the time their email will be on the website.
Okay.
So I just find the email on the website and just send the email. It would be something along the lines of like, you know, hello, my name is Jaime. Um, I mean, quick fun fact, I never say that I'm the owner of the company just because, well, that's if I'm in person or if I'm calling. I
Right.
never say I'm the owner because since I'm young, you know, a lot of people, oh, like he's young, he can't run a
Right.
business and stuff. So I
Especially with
always
the
say,
hair, man. You probably get judged based
yeah,
on the hair.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. One of my new locations they did, but yeah, I'd be like, hello, my name is Jaime. I work for a local vending machine company here in my city, and you know we're looking around. I'm kind of like under pressure, so I'm trying to remember
No, you're good, man.
what
It's no pressure.
what I say. But yeah, hello, my name is Jaime.
Just kind of offering your services up. Hey, I do vending if you're interested in
Yeah,
placing a machine, something to that. You know.
yeah, yeah. Basically, just I attach pictures of the different types of machines that we have,
Mm,
and I mostly like if I really want a location, I'll offer commission. Like right off the bat
right.
to get the location.
What kind of commission are we talking? Would you offer?
I normally start with like 10-15%.
Right, 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 right.
And if it's like something big, like a hotel or like, you know, an apartment complex, the highest I would do is like 30.
Yeah. I mean, to get into one of those though, man, I could understand doing 30 just because of the sheer volume that those would probably bring.
Yeah.
And dude, the funny thing is whenever I was in my vending business, like in its peak, when I was trying to get locations and stuff, I would just
Hmm.
kind of leverage who I know. So my dad got me into my first couple locations because he was running retirement communities.
Yeah.
So I was able to get into 3 retirement communities, which was awesome because they were 24/7. And then I was also flipping cars. So I got into my local auto mechanic shop, and then
Yeah.
they were a chain. So I leveraged that into like a couple other people
Yeah.
in the chain.
Yeah.
So, dude, and I've tried the cold approach method. It doesn't work whatsoever. But the cool thing is I never had to give up any percentage because I knew them. So,
Yeah.
tip for anybody out there, like if you can leverage who you know into their business, you don't necessarily have to give up as much on, you know, giving them a percentage as much, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And like for example, recently I had a hotel message me. They wanted machines. They wanted like four machines. It was like a Motel 6.
Right.
But they wanted 60%.
Oh,
Yeah, they
60%.
60%. I almost took it. I'm not gonna lie. I almost took it just for
The
the videos,
content. Yeah,
just
just
for
for
the
the
content,
content.
and say like, oh, you know, I got a hotel or whatever.
Mhm.
But 60%, and it was like the complete opposite way of my normal route.
Right.
Yeah, so I was just like, nah, I'm sorry.
Dude,
And
I didn't have this written down in here, but I just remembered your videos where like you bought an abandoned vending machine. Those
mhm.
were genius because like you were like, I found money in an abandoned vending machine. I was
Uh-huh.
like, man, what a great idea. I
Yeah,
thought about that.
yeah. I actually I actually took that idea from somebody else.
Oh
I guess
really?
yeah, somebody made it was like an old video like 2 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and somebody did it first, but it was like a random video, so I didn't really give credit,
No, that's super cool. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. If you see a good idea out there, you gotta take it. Another cool idea that you had was or Dominic Barbado was the 30-minute. Can I get a
Yeah,
location in 30 minutes? I thought that was
yeah.
super cool too.
So you've been watching the videos for a while though, because
Yeah,
that was an
man.
old video.
Like I told you, man, okay, so I mean, obviously we're gonna get into YouTube in the back half of this, but you posted your vending video. I saw Reyes post his vending video, dude. And I've
Mm,
been, like I told you, man, I've been running these businesses for a while. I'd been in the vending business for like 2 years prior to that. And like
yeah,
honestly, I didn't even like the vending business that much. And that like inspired me. I was like, dude, from
yeah,
here on out, bro, I'm filming all my collections. I was answering questions, doing all kind of stuff. And that's what kind of gave me my start on YouTube a little bit.
uh-huh.
So dude, I kind of owe that to you, bro, for, kind of inspiring me to hop on YouTube.
Yeah. Appreciate that.
No, yeah,
Yeah,
man, I appreciate it.
yeah,
Absolutely.
vending is fun.
I don't know, dude. I don't really like vending, but we can get that. We can get to that in a minute. But whatever. So, do you have a company that helps you place your machines?
Like find locations?
No. So I'm talking about like the new. There's no way that you were able to move that new Coke machine that you have
Oh,
with that arm.
yeah.
Did you move it by yourself? Or like, did you have somebody
No,
help you move it?
no. So until recently, I think my last 3 locations, I've actually, well, before then, I used to buy all my machines used. So like from like random people, I'll go buy them. If I have to fix them, I'll fix them real quick, and then I'll put them on location.
Right.
But that was a struggle because I would have to find somebody to move the machines for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that used to move my machines, he retired. So I literally had nobody. I didn't have a truck at that time.
Right.
So it was a struggle having to find machines and then who's gonna pick them up for me. There's a guy, he's like a local distributor for like machines in my area, and he sells machines, but they're refurbished, so they work, but they're like, they're kind of pricey. It's not really worth the price.
Right.
But I just do it just for the convenience.
Because does he charge you a fee to put them on location for you? Is what I'm kind of asking.
Oh, yeah, kinda, yeah. Like it's barely just because I buy the machines from him, but it's about like $100 for all those machines.
Right. Because, dude, I'll be honest. Like, when I had my vending business, my dad was helping me move the machines from location to location. Dude,
Yeah.
loading them on the trailer, taking them off the trailer, getting them in through door spaces. That was
Yeah.
that was the worst part.
It was, yeah. I've had to take doors off of businesses like 3 times.
Right.
It's a struggle.
Yeah. So I was just kind of curious how you did that and how you went about it, because I know, like I said, I've watched the channel for a while, and I know that you have that car, and there's no way that you're moving
Yeah.
with the car, man.
Yeah, no. Yeah, the guy before, he used to charge me 70 per machine.
Right. So let's go ahead and get into, what was your first location? So you said you were motivated. You saw a YouTube video that motivated you. So how did you go about getting that first location? Because I think that's the hardest part for most people, is jumping into the business. They're not sure where to get in, where to ask.
Yeah.
So can you give us some info on that?
Yeah, so my first location, I actually bought my first machine on location already. It was at a retirement home, like the ones you used to have.
Sweet, man.
So I bought on location for 2,500. It was a combo machine. I still have that machine to this day. But it was a new machine, 2,500. Literally, the day after I bought the machine, I get a call. Hey, you got to move the machine. You got to move the machine out of here. The new manager doesn't want it, and whatnot. So
Somebody sold you a location with the machine on it, and then the next day they called you and told you to take the machine off.
Yeah.
Dude, see, that's some dirty dealings right there.
Yeah,
Man.
it is. A lot of people do that in vending, So you gotta be careful whenever you buy a route. But yeah, after I got that call, I was literally like, I was low-key upset because I spent I had like $4,000 at that time. I was 18. It was all my savings, and I spent most of it on a machine, which I now gotta take out. I have no idea what to do. So yeah, I was pretty upset.
Right.
But well, literally for the next like 2 days, for hours every single day, I called so many businesses until I got my first location, and I ended up getting one.
Okay. So where was that at, if you don't mind me asking?
It's a barbershop. I still have it to this day also.
Come on, man. That's super cool. They kind of gave you your first start with the business.
Yeah.
Sweet, man.
If it wasn't because of that, I probably would have quit it, to be honest.
Yeah. And what were you doing before you got into vending?
So before I got into vending, I was at a concession stand.
Oh,
so I was already selling chips and candy and drinks.
So you knew that they sold pretty well then.
Yeah, I had that job since I was 14. So for 4 years I was there.
Was it at like a, it was like a baseball park or something?
Soccer fields.
Soccer field, sweet, man.
Yeah.
Did you play soccer?
No, I didn't.
You
I
didn't
was
play any
there.
soccer?
No, I was there for 4 years, and to this I still don't know the rules to soccer.
No
After,
way.
yeah.
Man.
My job was to drive a golf cart around the soccer fields, and we
Right.
would have like coolers on the cart and
Just
sell
sell
stuff.
drinks.
Yeah,
Well, sweet, man. Sounds like you got some good work experience before you got into the vending game.
yeah, yeah, I do.
So, have you had any slow locations, and then how have you had to deal with that?
Yeah. So my current location right now, that's the slowest. I would say makes about 150, which is not as low as like what I've seen for other people.
Like 150 a week is what you're talking about?
No, a month, a
A
month.
month, okay.
Yeah, so 150 a month. But months ago, around the time I started vending,
Mhm.
I had bought this one location where it literally made like $2 in a week.
Oh man, that's terrible. So would you end up doing with that one?
Oh, I sold it.
Yeah, you
I
sold the whole
sold it.
location.
Yeah, I actually flipped it, so I made more money than
There
I
you
bought it
go,
for.
bro. Any tips for anybody out there on flipping locations?
I didn't even. I mean, I wonder how. I don't know if it's gonna be easy, to be honest, because you still have to get locations and buy machines.
Right.
But I feel like it's pretty smart, find locations, I don't want to say keep the good ones and then sell the bad ones,
But I mean,
but
yeah, if you're a business person, like that's where
yeah,
your head should be at. And
yeah,
that's kind of, dude, I made videos on this before. And that's kind of how people should do it, especially like if people get in with the honor boxes, they should leverage those into full line. And
yeah,
then from there, if the location is too slow, you just flip off your slow locations until
hmm
you're left with the bigger ones. Now, the problem that I'm currently facing is like I'm trying to get out of the vending business completely, but I have two
really,
locations. Yeah, man, I'm trying to get out. I've been in it for a while, like I said, about 3 years, and I don't
yeah,
know, dude, we can get into why I don't like it in a little bit, but like I have two major locations left, and it's my two biggest locations, and so I'm in a dilemma to where I can't sell them to anybody,
mm,
because like I've been there for a while, the people trust me and they like me and everything. So if I just post an ad on Facebook or Craigslist and I say, hey, I want to sell this,
yeah,
I just don't want to sell it to somebody who doesn't have one, and they end up just
yeah,
it going to
that's
crap.
true, yeah, that's true.
So that's just the dilemma that I'm in right now. But anyway, I'll figure that out. So how well do your card readers work? Because I see that in a lot of your videos.
Yeah,
Credit card readers.
like how much, like profit wise, like how much did they make?
Yeah, like did you like, so did you have any machines without card readers, and then you installed card readers and like noticed
hmm
like a big jump in sales or anything like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, so whenever I first started, none of my machines did until around the time I started YouTube, because I didn't have the money for it because they're pretty expensive.
Yeah.
They're 300 each,
Mhm.
so I couldn't really afford them. But now every single one of my machines has them,
Mhm.
and I love them. Like, not even if they don't make enough money, just because they also let you know like how much product is in the machine, so I know exactly how much to bring next time.
Really? Is it because it's based on like how many, it tells you how many sales has been made through the credit card?
Yeah, that, and it gives you credit card sales, cash sales, and
Oh,
literally
so
like every selection. How
it can
many?
keep track of each
Yeah,
selection? Dude,
yeah,
how cool is that?
yeah.
I had no
That's
idea.
cool. Yeah, it's in the company I have. It comes with the plan, but other ones like it doesn't come with it. You got to pay for it.
Okay.
Uh,
And do you mind telling us how much you pay to have the credit card readers?
yeah. So my company, it's $8 a month, like per each reader, and then an additional 6% transaction fee for each transaction.
Okay, so you said 5%? Is that what you said? I'm sorry.
6%.
6%, and then
Yeah.
there's a fee on each transaction.
$8 a month and 6%.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, awesome, man. So would you recommend people upgrade older machines to have the credit card readers?
Yeah, I highly recommend it, just because it's 2020 almost. Everyone has a card nowadays. For example, one of my locations, before I had the readers on it, it was making about like 160 a month,
Right.
with just cash, and I put the readers on, and now it makes about like 500 a month.
Oh, no way,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's
So
crazy.
I make more in readers than in cash.
Wow. And how hard are they to install?
Literally so simple. It's two cables. It's the only connections that match up. Simple as that.
Really? And then,
Yeah.
what's like your oldest machines with them on? Do you know? Or like, are the
Um,
ones that you have them on, are they newer machines? Are you like, do you know if the older ones are capable of having the
the
credit card readers?
the older ones are not. So, quick tip: if you want to get into vending, like even if you want to save money, don't buy old machines because in the long run, it's not going to be worth it.
Right.
Spend the extra 400 or 500 on the newer machine, because that way you can put the readers on. On some of the older ones, you can upgrade them, but that's an extra like 400 or 500 just for like an extra board.
Right.
Um, so yeah, like
Yeah,
buy
dude.
new machines.
Because right now I have no idea what's in my machines. I don't know what's sold or anything. So I just kind of have to go like based on routine, how long they usually
Yeah.
take to empty it out. But that would be so cool to like see the sales each day and see how low the columns are getting.
Yeah. So I have like the app on my phone. Every at the end of every day, I like hop on it and check how much money I make.
Dude, that is so cool, man. I like that. That's awesome. Um, okay, so how do you run? Okay, so obviously I've seen some of your videos, dude. How did you run your route in your car? Because like I remember watching your videos, and I used to have a full size van, dude, and I even made videos about the van on the channel.
Yeah,
I was like, I just can't even imagine running, a route
yeah,
with like multiple locations out of a car. So can you like speak to that a little bit? And I've seen
yeah,
your videos. It looks like you got a truck.
yeah. I barely got a strike.
You barely got it.
Yeah, I barely got one. But before then, like whenever I first started, I used to have I don't know if you remember like the white car. Is
Mhm.
that the one you're talking about?
Is it
That one
a Hyundai?
it was an Eclipse,
Okay,
Mitsubishi
that's what it
Eclipse.
was. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
Mitsubishi
Mitsubishi.
Eclipse. That's right.
Yeah, and it was a two-door car, literally basically a two-seater. Like the back seats were so small. I have no idea how I did it. I think what helped was actually making videos because I would not go ever since I started, I never went to all my locations in one day, just so I can make videos on different locations throughout the week.
What? Okay,
Yeah. So,
awesome.
yeah, so I would only have to go to like one or two at the most, and it would be enough in the car.
Right,
Surprisingly.
right, right. Is it so? Was it like a real pain, or you just spread them out throughout the week so you didn't have to
It
fill
wasn't
them
really
all?
a pain. I mean, cause I love vending. I'm not gonna lie. I like doing it. So going to locations, filling up the machines, I liked it. So I didn't care having to go multiple times a week.
That's awesome, man. Do you feel like all these people hopping in the vending business is like watering it down on YouTube? Like even all the collections. Have you had to get
Um,
more creative with your videos because of it?
it has. It literally has. Like now, if you search up vending on YouTube, there's hundreds and hundreds of videos from
Right.
a lot of people trying to do it now. I don't have a problem with it, but it has created more competition
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean,
for
competition is a good
videos.
thing, though. You've had to get more creative, make better videos,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything else.
I guess it's helped out.
Right, 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 right. What's the worst part about the vending business?
The worst part is whenever it's Friday afternoon, laying in the couch, about to watch a movie, about to eat some food, and I get a call. Hey, the machine is not taking money. Hey, the machine is empty. Can you come fix it? And like I don't want to be like somebody that would be like, okay, I'll go tomorrow, first thing in the morning,
Right.
fix it. Like I gotta go that same day and take care of it.
Right, right, right. And that's super awesome, man. That's super cool. What I did was I did things a little bit different. So like I mean, I have a couple different businesses. Like I do landscaping, pressure washing and stuff. So I'm always
Yeah.
getting calls. So I just put my phone on do not disturb and I have a voicemail that's like basically says, if you don't leave me a voicemail or send me a message, I will not return your call. And
Wow.
so that way I can kind of screen them a little bit. So if somebody did call me on a Friday night or Friday
Hmm.
evening or it's like, hey, the machine's not taking money, then I just like get back to him early the next day. Um,
Yeah.
but the way you do is probably even better, dude. You know?
Yeah, it's I mean it's annoying, because especially my locations are pretty far. They're like an hour away.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the biggest problem.
Cool. Are all your locations an hour away, or is it just like a couple of them?
Most of them. I think the closest one is like 20 minutes.
Wow, that's man,
Yeah.
that kind of stinks, man.
Yeah.
But I mean, what are you gonna do about it at the end of the day? It's your business, dude. I'll be honest. The part that I hated most about the vending business was I'd go to some of these locations and some of the people would lie to me about the vending machine
Yeah.
getting their money.
That's
I hate
true.
that, bro.
I hated that so much.
It's the
Because
worst part.
Yeah, because right now most of my machines, they're not like new, like top of the line machines, but they're
Mhm.
like new enough to have sensors in the machines where if a product doesn't come out or it gets stuck and it doesn't hit the sensor in the bottom, the machine knows. So it would literally spin the coil again, or it would just make them pick a different selection. So
Wow. Okay.
yeah, so I think it's so funny when I go to locations and they tell me that. Um, like because like it's impossible, it's literally impossible for the machine to take your money. And I don't know.
That's incredible. See, my machines aren't that updated. They're just older machines. And so I
Mhm.
would just have to like, people tell me that the machine takes their money, but like I've had situations where I'll walk in to fill a machine and like somebody's like, oh, it took $1 on the drink machine. And I'm like, okay, well, what drink selection did you pick? And like, they don't even know. They have to like look over and
Yeah,
they have
that's
to like
true.
look at what selections I have. And I'm like, dude, like, why are you looking at me? You know?
Yeah, it happens pretty often.
And so that's kind of the worst part for me was like, it's like people are never satisfied or happy with your
Yeah,
services. It's always like, oh, the vending machine took this, or like the vending machine is down. Or so, that's just the part that I don't like about it, you know?
yeah. The biggest like lie I guess I've had is, since I have credit card readers on the machines,
Mm,
somebody said that supposedly the reader charged them like $67 or something. uh but it was like over time for like the last like 4 months, and it's just saying that, I feel like I lost a few brain cells, because like it's obvious that he was just buying stuff over time, and at the end he just wanted his money
how
months later.
crazy is that, man?
Yeah, I didn't even argue. I gave him the money, and I didn't
Really?
want yeah, I didn't want to deal with it, to be honest.
Uh,
I didn't want to
and
go through.
you
Yeah.
could just say, it's not even my responsibility. Like, all the transactions go through the credit card company that the,
Hmm.
swipe is through, you can almost blame it on them.
Yeah, yeah,
You're not the one running the transaction, so you'd almost be like, call them and fix it. But see,
yeah,
that's just the problems that you kind of have to face when you're going through the vending business. And I always try to make people aware of that, because I think a lot of people on the internet see us pulling out big stacks of cash and it's like, oh man, it looks so nice,
yeah.
and easy, and you don't have to do anything. It's this passive revenue, but it's like not that like that at all.
Yeah, no, it's you definitely have to put some work into it. I've had since I started making videos, and I got more people into it. There's
Hmm.
people like even like nearby me where I've sold people machines too, because they want to get started.
Right.
It was like random people that they found me on like Craigslist or something,
Hmm.
and I'll sell them machines, and then I'll see their post later on that they're looking for locations, and then
Right.
literally like a month or 2 months later, I see another post with them selling the machines again
Right.
because they quit or something. Like it's definitely.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. People think that it's like it's an easy business and it's a way to quick money, but it's not,
Yeah,
like that at all. It's just
yeah.
like any other business, just it takes time, man. So if you don't mind me asking, how much does your business currently make? How much do you make roughly in a month?
So in a month, let's see, gross, I would say about 35. No, 35 right now. In the summer, it gets really busy because it's hot and stuff. In the
Right.
summer, maybe about 45, 5 maybe.
Hmm.
It all depends on the locations, of course.
Right.
But my that's what I make about.
That's super cool,
And,
man.
and profit is half. A lot of people don't understand that. You still got to buy more product. So
Right. And that's what I always
profit.
tell people, because it's like 65 cents on candy, and then I don't know, what do you sell your candy at? I sold my candy at $1.
I used to sell it for $1, but it's over here by me. They raised it up now. It's like 70 cents.
Wow.
I'm not gonna be making 30 cents profit only.
Yeah.
So
And I mean, you're in California too, right?
I'm in Dallas,
Oh,
Texas,
Dallas. Okay, my bad,
and
bro.
yeah. So now what I'm doing, every time I go to a location, I do one selection at a time, raise it to 125.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I mean, that makes sense. You got to do what you got to do. Yeah. And so, like, what I always tell people is, if you got your candy at $1, usually it's like 35 cents on candy, and then
Yeah,
it's a little bit better like on chips and drinks. Because
yeah.
usually you only pay like 35. You make like what, 65, 55 on drinks, something like that. Do you do the
About, yeah.
cans or the bottles?
I I started with bottles, and then I hated doing bottles. I
Right.
switched everything to cans,
Mm-hmm.
and until I got my recent location with the machine you saw with the glass front,
Right.
and that one I had to put bottles. So now I'm back to bottles again.
Man, are you getting your bottles from Sam's?
Yeah, Sam's.
Okay, cool. I don't think my Sam sells bottles like that. At least not the 20 ounce. I don't know.
Oh no, they're 16 ounce.
16-ounce bottles. And then
Yeah.
what can you sell those at? Like $1.25 or?
So I buy them for 50 cents each, and I sell them for $1.50.
Oh wow, man, that's pretty good. Like a full dollar on each
Yeah,
of
for a
them.
dollar. Yeah, it's because the allocation I'm paying commission. So
Oh, okay. So they take a cut off the top.
yeah,
How do you feel about Sam's?
I like it. I
Dude,
really
I'll be
do.
honest, man. I hate Sam's. That's another reason I hate the vending business.
Why?
Dude, going to Sam's is such a pain for me, man. I don't know. Pushing that cart around the store and loading it up, dude.
You really don't like vending, huh?
I don't, man. And then even like it's checking out at Sam's, like how they got all the self
Yeah,
checkouts now, and it just I
yeah.
don't know. I just don't like it.
No,
I'm just I don't know.
I like going to Sam's. Like I even go to Sam's for my groceries. I'll go to Sam's on weekends just to hang out and get the free samples.
Wow, maybe your Sam's is cooler than mine. I don't know.
Maybe. I
My
mean,
Sam's is always like super packed, and there's always like the buggy's always like shaking every time I'm pushing it through the whole store, and the employees are rude, dude. I don't know, man.
yeah.
I
Oh yeah,
don't know.
no. My the manager at my Sam's actually found me on Facebook, and he said that I can record anything. So
What? That's super cool, man. Yeah, I've
yeah,
seen you posting videos in Sam's recording.
yeah. That's how I can post on there.
Super cool. And I have the business card. Can't you go? I've gone a couple times super early. Do you ever go super early to Sam's with the business card?
Yeah, I got that one too. Most of the time I go super early, like as soon as they open, 7 a.m.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
Yeah, that's when I go.
then Sam's isn't as bad when you go super early. You know what I mean? But I probably just go at the wrong times. That's probably my fault.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, how long had you been in the vending business when you did your first video on YouTube?
Uh, like 4 months, because I posted 4 or 5 months, because I posted my first video in, I forgot, I think it's January or February,
Hmm.
one of those two. So
And what made you? What was like? I'm gonna record the vending business and put it on YouTube. What made you want to do that?
well, at first, at that time, there was literally like 2, 3 people max making vending machine videos,
Mm,
and they only had like 200 subscribers at the time, so they weren't really big. But yeah, I used to watch their videos just for fun because that's kind of what got me into it. And then I saw Reyes post a video. His video did really good, and I don't know. I was just like, because before this channel, I had experience editing videos already because I've been like making videos for fun since like middle school or whatever.
right, right, right. I was the same
Uh,
way.
yeah, so I was like, you know what? I see their videos. I'm not gonna lie, I can probably make them better. So I just that's kind of why I did it.
So, how long after the first video did you like start getting crazy? Like, did your first video go viral?
Yeah, first video.
Come on, how viral did it go?
First video, I think in the first 30 days, it hit 10,000 views,
Okay,
which for like a first video,
that's pretty crazy.
that's
Yeah, yeah.
crazy. 30 days later, it was at 1 million.
That is wild.
Yeah.
Okay, dude, I had a video this past weekend, and it ended up getting like 200,000 views in like 48 hours.
Hmm.
So
Dang.
how did yours go viral? Did it like what did it all come in one day? Was it like a fluctuation of like a lot of views, not a lot of views, a lot of views? You know what I mean?
Hmm. Yeah. It was literally little by little, kind of like a letter. Because I remember at that time, um, I kept posting videos after my first video. I would
Right.
post every 3 days after my first video,
Hmm.
and the month later, when it was starting to blow up, I was on vacation in California, and I had a video ready, scheduled to upload. And normally, after I post my like a video in the first hour, I would get maybe like 20, 30, 40, 50 views.
Right.
And I posted one video, and in like the first hour, it was at like 500, and I was shocked. I was like, what's going on?
Right.
And that's whenever I noticed that video was getting some traction.
How fun is that, man? I'm just talking about in regards to the video that hit 1 million. Like, did you notice that over that 30 days where it went from 10K to 1 million? Was it over the span of like a few days where it really, really was taking off, or was it just like a progressive getting up to 1 million? Because like I try to figure out, because it seems like a lot of people they have like these one-off videos that like just hit for
Yeah,
some reason. They just get pushed really hard.
yeah.
So I just try to figure out, what was there anything behind it? Is there anything like that we can look at to kind of see like this video is going to go viral?
I mean, it was a little bit of both. Like I would see it would get maybe like 10,000 views a day, and then like the next day it would be well, because I remember in like the first week it hit the first 100,000 views, and right after the first 100,000 views, right there it was just like it skyrocketed. You know,
Right,
next day it was like 200, and then over the next couple weeks it went, you know, three, four, five.
right.
Um, but I think it was just mostly because of the watch time, because it was like you know, it was a video not a lot of people normally see, I guess. Um,
Yeah,
so
it was new. It was really new content. And like
yeah,
that's the stuff that goes viral. It's like stuff like I know. Have you been seeing the vending? I mean, not the vending guy. The guy who bought a laundromat.
yeah, I've seen a few of his
His
videos.
videos have been popping.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's just like whatever's new, especially money related. It just seems like
Yeah,
it's gonna pop. So
yeah,
how did it make you feel, bro, when you got that first like viral video? Like, were you really surprised, or like what was going through your head?
yeah. I was surprised. I didn't really understand why, because like I told you, ever since the middle school, I've been trying to do YouTube, you know, for fun or whatever.
Mm,
And literally, the only time I make a video to not try to like blow up or whatever, it
yeah,
happens. Like it's literally whenever you least expect it. So I was like, I don't know. I didn't have any feelings because I couldn't believe it.
right.
Um, I think even all the way until I hit like 100,000, I still didn't. You know, I was like, you know, what's going on? I have 100,000 subscribers. It's crazy how fast things
Right,
change.
man. Because it happened over the course of, I mean, like a few months, huh? It seems like it
Yeah,
hadn't even been that long since, because you made the video and it had to have been back. You said back in February.
yeah.
I saw it back in March, and then that's when I was like, man, I gotta hop on this whole YouTube thing, especially for
Hmm.
entrepreneurs, because I've been making YouTube videos for years, but I never got like super serious about it.
Yeah,
So it's crazy, man. Over the course in less than a year, you went from
yeah,
nothing to what you got over 200K now, huh?
yeah. In 2 months, I hit 100,000
That is
exactly.
wild, man. And did you have any goals going into the channel? Any like, um,
Yeah. So my goal, whenever I started getting like, you know, views and views,
yeah,
around the time I had like, I think it was like 10,000. No, whenever I hit a million for that video,
yeah,
I was around like 15,000 or 10, 15,000 subscribers.
right,
And my goal was to hit 100,000 by November, which is now.
right.
And well,
Looks like
I,
you surpassed it, right?
yeah, I think I hit it in like April, I think.
Did you get a lot of hate with that video? Because I know, like, even with myself, you know, like, I'm not even getting any crazy views, but I know I get some hate on the channel and stuff. And just, you know, can you talk to that? Did you have any
Yeah.
hate to the channel, and then how'd you deal with that?
So on the channel, like comments wise, I kind of did most of the time. It was just people that would be like, "Oh, you know, you went and collected $200 and you made that in like 2 weeks. That's not worth it. You're losing money." But people don't understand. Like, what if I have 50 machines making
Right,
two
right,
hundred
right.
dollars every 2 weeks? It was a bunch of comments like that. People were saying I was wasting my time or whatever. Um, but everything else, not really. I mean, like a lot of people were interested in how I got started. I had a little bit of hate in like the vending community because people were saying that I was gonna, well, not people that made videos, but people that were in vending because they were saying that I'm gonna create competition and
Right.
whatever.
I kind of got that same, dude. I started making pressure washing videos,
Uh-huh.
and yeah, man, they just people get mad at me, especially the older people who've been in it for a long time, and like,
Yeah,
you know, you're a younger guy, you're kind of showing people that it can be done and the
yeah.
possibilities with it. So yeah, I completely understand that. So now, do you feel stuck making vending videos, and have you thought about venturing out from making vending videos? Because I know your channel's mostly dominated by vending.
Yeah. So I used to think I wasn't stuck just because, like, yeah, I make vending videos, but you know, my channel name is still my name.
Right.
Until like one time, I forgot what video it was, but I made a video that was literally nothing about vending,
Mhm.
and I didn't get a ton of comments that were like, you know, hate comments,
Yeah.
but I did get a few people, you know, saying, "Oh, I didn't subscribe for this. I want to see the collections."
Right.
Like chill, like, you know, YouTube is free, you know.
I know.
Like you're not paying. I mean, technically you're paying me, but you know, you know what I'm saying.
You don't have to watch the video. Yeah, you don't have to click on it if it doesn't interest you, right?
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, after that, also whenever I don't make a vending video, it doesn't get as much views. So I'm literally right now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm literally just milking vending as much as I can.
Right. Until that slows down or
Yeah,
what?
yeah, no, until it slows down. Right now it's still pretty steady. You know, who knows when it's gonna last. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure collection videos or vending videos are not gonna be popular forever.
Right. And I mean,
Um,
you've done some really creative things. Like, didn't
yeah,
you bought out a vending machine? You went around to, didn't you go to every state and use a vending machine every state?
yeah,
You did the
yeah,
abandoned vending machines.
yeah. I've flown to other states just to look at machines. I've done some crazy challenges just for like the content.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I do plan. I hope I can make different types of videos one day. Um, I mean, yeah,
It's just a double-edged sword, man. People find you for that kind of thing, and then that's what they expect from you. But
yeah,
if you're gonna break the mold, you just have to break it and not care what people think, I guess. I don't know. But then you don't
yeah,
want to upset your audience. Like I said, it's a crazy thing.
yeah. Like I feel like the most important thing is having like a connection like with your audience, because
Right.
then whenever you make a video that's not vending related, they kind of don't care. Like actually, one time, it was a few months ago, I made that one video where we went to drive-throughs and we ordered what people in front of us ordered.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It literally had nothing to do with vending, and if I remember, I didn't really see any like hate comments on that one.
hmm
You
But
know,
did it do okay? It did all right on the channel?
I don't even remember. I don't. I forgot to tell you. I don't even check the views on my videos.
You don't check the views on the
No,
videos? Why
I
not?
don't. I don't check the views. I don't check. I don't even know how many subscribers I have right now.
Why? Why don't you do that?
The reason for that is because
You don't want to get caught
after,
up in it or what?
well, because after I was blowing up and literally like all of my videos were going viral and stuff,
Yeah.
of course there's gonna be a time where that stops. So I remember the time where like it just boom overnight it went downhill,
Right.
and I was just like, damn, like, is it over? Like, am I not gonna make videos no more? Because I had quit my job at the time,
Mm.
and I didn't want to be. And I was watching other YouTubers, like I'm gonna just say it, Reyes. I remember at the time
Yeah.
he had made a video where he was like upset or like stressed out because his views were going down and stuff, whatever.
Right.
And I told myself I didn't want to be like that. If I want to make videos, it's because I want to make videos.
Right, right, right. You don't want to
Um,
fall in the view trap. And I think that's an issue that a lot of people get into, especially when you're relying on YouTube for income. You kind
yeah,
of you kind of forget that those are people behind the views and like all you see is
yeah,
the numbers. So I can see what
yeah.
you're saying. And also, dude, it's just like it's a tough spot, especially whenever you rely solely on YouTube,
Hmm.
because it's just like whatever content you're making, man. It's like, especially with Reyes, because so Reyes switched up his whole everything he was doing on the channel, right? And
Yeah,
I mean, he's done a good job of keeping that momentum. But it's just hard, man, trying to reinvent yourself and find new ways to keep people interested in the videos, you know?
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, what I'm trying to do right now is just connect with my audience. That's why most of the time I reply to almost every single comment,
Right.
which helps, because then people, keep commenting, and then you build the relationship.
Yeah, so you don't look at your views more so because you don't want to see it going down. You don't want to feel like you don't want that to influence what you post or what?
I don't look at it because there's like, I don't, because sometimes like one day I would, what I do look at is how many views I get for the last 48 hours, you know, but not for each video. So yeah, like if I see a video that gets 100,000 views and the next one does like 20,000 views,
Right.
I
You don't want
just,
to look at that. You'd rather just watch, how
yeah, yeah, just
how the
keep
channel's
making videos.
performing. Okay. That's a
Yeah.
smart dude, smart thing. So basically the message would be to keep your head down, just keep making videos because I want the podcast and I want the podcast clips to be able to speak to different people. So like I want it to be
Hmm.
able to speak to the people who want to make it on YouTube. And I think you're a good
Yeah.
example of what you can become on YouTube. So if
Hmm.
that's something that they can learn from you, don't judge yourself right now. Just kind of keep your head down and keep going. I think that's a good.
Yeah, especially in the very beginning, don't look at the numbers. I'm not saying like don't ever look at the numbers. Like I said, I look at my last 48, you know,
Yeah.
views, just because I can see, okay, like an average, is my channel doing good? Is it not doing good?
Mhm.
So that's the only clue I have.
And I think
But
that's the other scary part too is, and I was talking to Will, I'm not sure if you know who Will the Financial Wolf is.
I think so. Yeah.
He
Yeah.
does he sells now he's doing videos where he's selling candy at school and stuff. And
Yeah.
I was just talking to him because his channel's starting to pop and he's starting to get some good traction on his videos. And the
Hmm.
scary part about that is the come down, because obviously
Yeah.
it's like, how long can I ride this for? And
Yeah.
how do I accept it when it starts to come down? Because I don't know. It's just a tricky spot.
It is. It
I
is.
guess it's a good problem to have though, you know?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay. So how have you been investing your YouTube money?
So
I mean,
from all the money, okay, so I'm like, let's say I made $100,000
right.
this year, right, from YouTube. So what I always
Would
put,
that be ridiculous to say that you made $100, $100,000?
no, it wouldn't.
Dude, that is crazy, bro. How old are you?
I'm 19.
The fact that a 19-year-old could even make anything close to 100K on YouTube, that's wild. But keep going, dude. Congratulations, by the way.
Yeah,
Man, that's awesome.
thank you, thank you. So yeah, let's just go with that.
Mhm.
So I always put aside 30% for taxes. Even though I'm gonna have of course, I'm gonna have write-offs and stuff.
Super
Uh,
smart.
yeah, but I just put 30% just to, be safe.
Yeah, yeah.
So I have about 30,000 in the savings. I mean, yeah, set aside for taxes, right?
Right.
And pretty much all the money I've gotten from YouTube was to grow YouTube and my vending business. Because vending is pretty expensive. Like I told you, the last location I got, I spent 10,000 on just machines.
Right.
But yeah, for YouTube, I've spent it on equipment, the camera. Right now, um, the camera was like 2,500, and the lens was more than the camera,
That's
actually.
crazy.
Yeah, so like 5,000 just for the camera that I use in my videos.
Man, yeah, yeah, yeah. And I was I used to break down the numbers and stuff. So whenever I first started making YouTube videos, I was specifically making vending videos just because I saw your vending videos were popping, and I was like, man,
Hmm.
I got to get some of this traffic, dude. I was doing everything I could, bro. I was throwing your name in the description, like in the tags, everything.
Yeah, a lot of
Um,
people do that. Like I even until now, people put my name in titles. People steal my thumbnails also.
oh
Like
yeah, yeah,
like
yeah.
like the exact thumbnail.
Oh, that's crazy, man. That is wild. But yeah, man, it's all because you were getting millions of views, and I was like, dude, if I could even
Yeah.
get if I could even get in suggested, I was like, dude, I would love that. Like, let me just get in suggested videos. I saw that you went on the Graham Stephan show, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How was that? Like, was it just you called in, you talked to Graham, and then that was it? Like, how did you get on it? How'd that whole thing
Um
go?
well, at the time he was having submissions where you submit your whatever you do and stuff.
Right,
I don't really talk about that because I go back and watch the video and I'm like, it was early in the morning. I think it was 8 in the morning or 9. So
right,
I was still kind of not fully awake. So I was listening to myself on the call and I'm just like, dang, I'm not being entertaining. I'm just answering the questions and that's it. So I
right.
really don't like watching that interview. But yeah, I mean, it was a submission, and that was pretty much it. He reached out and we did the interview.
No, it was cool, dude. I enjoyed it. I mean, I was like, oh, I know who this is. That's super awesome. And so his advice been pretty good for you. Like, I mean, I think he told you to invest your money and not spend it, obviously, because that's
Yeah,
what Graham says in every video.
yeah. I mean, biggest advice he said was to pretend like I only make, I think it was 1,500 a month,
Right.
and to only spend that. And I didn't I didn't follow that advice because but I did invest my money. Like literally all the money I've spent, nothing was for me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. It was
I
all to
can't.
invest back in the business, right?
Yeah, it was even whenever I travel to other states and film,
Hmm.
all that is gonna be written off. The equipment. It's
Right. And that's a
expensive.
big deal, dude. All those taxes, that's a big part of it. Trying to, just you can almost rack up business expenses almost just to help with the tax part of things.
Yeah, yeah. No, the rent is gonna be a write off, the bills, the phone and stuff.
Right.
Uh,
Right.
so
I
it's
feel
super
like
important.
you and Reyes kind of started a subgenre on YouTube, man. I feel like you guys are kind of the pioneers of this whole vending game. How does that feel for you?
Um, I mean, it's great. I like how people will, watch my videos and then try to learn from it or make their own videos and stuff.
Right.
I don't really mind about creating competition or because at the end of the day, there's money enough. There's money to be made enough for everyone.
For everybody, yeah. And let's
Yeah.
be honest, dude. I mean, I don't know what percentage it is, but there's a good percentage of people that won't even stick through for in any
Oh yeah.
considerable amount of time.
Yeah. No. Yeah. A lot of people don't even stay in vending. So
Right. And dude, just the like subgenre, just the vending community, I feel is so good on YouTube. Just like
yeah.
everybody who supports one another, dude,
Yeah.
commenting on everybody's stuff. It's just super cool, man. And you started that, so I think that's super awesome. So had you done like any research or anything on YouTube about how YouTube worked, anything about the algorithm or anything before you went viral or before you did your video, or was it kind of just luck?
Um, I don't want to say it was luck, because I don't really believe in luck. I mostly believe in God, because I remember before, I actually, after I graduated high school, I know a lot of people are like, it's a controversial topic of religion and stuff, but
Right.
that's what I believe in. I pray to God and stuff, and I just told him to help me out to create something in my life. And yeah, because I didn't do any research on algorithms, I didn't do any research on tags, um,
Titles, thumbnails,
titles,
nothing.
nothing. Yeah, I made the video, put a title and random thumbnail with cash in it.
Dude, the cash is what gets the clips, man. I mean, it gets the clicks. Let's be honest.
Yeah, and that's what it was.
Man, that's super cool though, man. I mean, because I don't know. I think there's people that dive in and they like do all this research and all this stuff, and they
Yeah,
never like. I guess their channels never amount to anything. But you just went out there and just did it, man.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's super awesome. So, what are your long-term goals with the YouTube channel? Are you going to try to transition into anything else, or are you just kind of keep? I think you said you're going to go with vending until it kind of dies out.
Yeah. So the goal right now for YouTube, keep doing vending until, like you said, it dies out. Hopefully transition to something else. I for sure want to keep making videos as long as I can. I recently, I'm gonna be signing with like a new management company for YouTube. Uh,
Really?
yeah, so they're gonna help me, like set a plan for 2020. Help me make better videos and put me out there basically. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. But I like YouTube's not gonna last forever.
Right.
Yeah, it's not gonna last forever. So that's why at the end of the day, I still invest a lot of my money into vending. Right now, I'm working on other few like side projects to create some extra income
Right.
because YouTube, one day it's up, next day it's down.
Did you sign into like any kind of contract or anything with this company?
Yeah, it's gonna be a contract
So, are
for
they
one
getting a
year.
cut off of your ad revenue?
Yeah.
If you don't mind
So
me asking, I don't even know if you want to talk about this on here, but
well, like before this company, I had it was an agency and their job was to just get me sponsorships.
right.
So, and I would give them a percentage from whatever money I make from sponsorships, but not
That's
from
cool.
YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool, just bring me sponsorships and call it a
Right.
day. But with this one, it's different because first of all, they get a percentage from the YouTube revenue. I don't
Right.
think I can say how much. It's
That's
not a
okay. You
lot
don't
though.
have to say that. Yeah.
It's not a lot. But I think I think I'll get more in return than what I'm paying for because
Right.
they'll also give me sponsorships. Um, they're gonna fly me out to LA to create like a game plan. Sometimes they get you into like creator events like VidCon and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like a bunch of connections with other YouTubers and stuff. So
Right. So you think there's more upside to it than I mean, I don't know why. I just get like a bad like I don't know if there's a bad connotation or if there's a bad association with like those guys and YouTube.
yeah, no,
I guess that some of them have been wronged or whatever.
yeah, no. There's a lot of like sketchy like management companies out there, so you
Right.
really have to be careful. That's why I never signed with one until today, or not today, but I'm about to soon.
I was about to say you signed with them already, man. That's crazy.
Yeah, we're still talking. But yeah, like people out there are just they're
Yeah,
trying
make
to
sure
take
you
your money.
negotiate everything good, man, and get
Yeah,
everybody to get like maybe like get a lawyer to check over the contract before you even sign and stuff.
yeah, no,
'Cause, dude, I'd
definitely.
I'd hate to see you get caught up in like anything, any like they could put some
Yeah,
wording or just you never know.
yeah, no, I've seen a whole bunch of reviews. People because they get you under contract for like 1 or 2 years,
Right.
and they just take your money.
And
So
I mean, if you think about 1 or 2 years, but your channel can be like, I mean, it's been doing so great, it can just overnight, all the views can go and everything else. You know what I'm saying?
yeah. Yeah.
So that's how you were getting some of your sponsorships, was through the management company that you signed with?
Yeah, yeah. They would. I guess they have like companies they work with,
Right.
and they'll come in. He'll let me know like how much they want to pay, and I'll either say yes or no.
That's super cool. And how'd you find out about that? Did they reach out to you once they saw your videos kind of getting some
Yeah,
momentum?
yeah. They reached out at first. I think the first time they reached out was whenever I had like 60K subs.
Right.
I thought it was a scam at first. So I never replied for like months later
Right.
until like he messaged again. I went over like the contract and stuff, and I signed the contract and stuff.
That's super cool, man. Did you get any other sponsorships or anything in any other ways, or was it all just through the management company?
Um, just well, the one I got from the camera was actually not through the management company. It was like sometimes people just reach out on DMs and they're like, hey, I'll send you this if you just show it in the video.
What? So a camera company sponsored you?
Well, they didn't pay for the whole camera. I wish, but they took like a big portion of the cost.
How cool is that, man? That's awesome.
Yeah,
That's super
so
cool.
that's why I got it.
Because I was seeing, dude, I've watched your videos before, but I was seeing that you were starting to do some different sponsorships in your videos, and I was like, man, dude, this is taking off. I've always wondered, like, um, I've always wanted to know how to reach out to different companies in order to do sponsorships for them, but
Hmm.
I just haven't really looked into it too far, just because you get busy and you don't really
Yeah,
like messaging all the companies. So it seems like it'd be a good idea to have a management company kind of be the middleman and facilitate some of that.
yeah, it does make it easier.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So how many sources of revenue do you have through YouTube right now?
Like, what do you mean, like YouTube?
So like you have YouTube, like you do the sponsorships. Do you have anything else? You have Amazon affiliates. Do you have, you know what I'm saying? Merch.
Yeah,
I watched your
yeah,
video. You did a video on your different income sources from YouTube. I just kind of want you
yeah.
to talk about that a little bit, and maybe if any of them are doing good or anything.
Yeah, so through YouTube, main one of course is the AdSense. I do Amazon affiliates. I put links in my descriptions. It's not much. It's only like maybe like $50 a month, which I'm
Right.
surprised. I probably have to like switch it up or something.
Right.
But I just still keep it in there just to have something in the
You might want to
description.
give it a shout out at the end of your videos. I've been doing that a lot. Plus, I'll make videos where you kind of like talk about something very specific, and you say it's the link for it is in the description. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You almost have to
yeah.
plug it more. I don't know.
Maybe, yeah. Besides that, merch right now, I mean, I technically have merch. If you go to like my videos, it's in the shelf. I
Right.
don't really promote it just because I'm working on a website right now where it's like my own website,
Hmm.
and I'm gonna be having like I'm working on like new designs right now. I don't know if you've seen like a picture of me with like the whole like tracksuit. It's like a vending machine.
Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know if you've seen it.
I think I have.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I wore that in the video once, and it was just for fun, and a lot of people liked it. So I'm coming up. I'm trying to get the design ready, but it's hard.
That's super cool. So merch. Do we have anything else that we that you get income from?
Pretty much it through YouTube. Sponsorships is the second biggest one. I
Right.
haven't done a lot of them recently though.
Right. 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 And then also, I think you told me that you might be building out a course as well.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm doing a course. Just because I like my biggest regret right now with YouTube is not making the course whenever I was blowing up. Because if I would
Yeah.
have made it at the time, oh my
You
god,
would have killed, man.
I would have had so much in the bank right now.
Right.
But yeah, no, I'm basically making the course also to help people because
Yeah.
every day I get messages. People want me to help them start a vending machine business, and I do help a lot of people every single day. I reply
Right.
to messages. But first of all, the people that I help most of the time never even get into vending.
Right.
So like I'm just wasting my time.
Right.
And second, there's so many people I can't really help everyone.
Yeah. I'll tell you a good way to go about that, man. I don't know if you've heard about a website called clarity.com. Do you know what that is?
No.
Oh, dude, go. You might want to write this down, but like clarity.com, what you can do is like you set up an account, and then basically people can do paid phone coaching calls with you. So,
Oh,
like if
really?
somebody's really interested in getting in the vending business, they'll schedule a call, dude. They put their credit card in before they call you, and then you charge them by the minute. So
Mm-hmm.
like, even if you did
Oh,
like
that's smart.
yeah, if you did a couple, dude, if like I charge $2 a minute for my calls. So like for
Uh,
somebody to hop on an hour call with me, it's like $120.
Yeah.
Clarity takes a cut of it, but that way you can kind of separate the people who are really interested in getting the information,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to some of the people who just kind of maybe want the attention, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll probably do that. Because I've been working on the course for months now, and I'm trying to finish it before the end of the year.
Right.
So we'll see how that does.
Yeah, man, the course is hard. Just because it's like so much stuff you have to put together. Because I know I'm putting together
Yeah.
a pressure washing course right now, and it's just it's a lot of moving pieces because you got to figure out like every facet and like literally break
Yeah.
it down into videos. You know?
Yeah. The same with vending. There's so many things to vending, from parts to order by machines to how to find locations, and
Right. So I think, dude, if you set up a clarity, bro, I think a lot of people would just want to talk to you. So that's kind of why I set it up too, man. I was like, sometimes people just want to talk to me, bro. They'll ask me a couple questions and then we'll just start talking. So,
uh,
okay, last couple questions, man. How much money are you currently making on YouTube? If you feel comfortable with giving us that kind of information.
yeah. So I can tell you that my lowest month on YouTube has been about 7,800. That's my lowest one.
Man, this has been a good year, huh, bro?
Yeah, hopefully next year, it's a lot better.
Right.
My biggest month, it's good. My biggest month,
Is it wild?
just YouTube alone, about 17.
Wow, man. And do
Yeah,
you feel
17.
like the mid-roll ads have like, is that where it's at? Is that where the money's at? Is it the longer videos? You know what I mean?
To be honest, I have no idea. I do put a good amount of ads in my videos. I used to put a lot more. Like I used to put 6, 7 ads in my videos, and people wouldn't really care because they were just like, I would even get comments. People would say, I watched the whole ad so you can get extra money and stuff.
That's
And
crazy.
yeah, that's why I love, my viewers, because, they really do support me.
Right.
But there was, every now and then there was comments like, oh, I can't even watch the video because there's so many ads. So now I do about like 4, maybe 5, depending on how long the video is.
Right. And do you ever have to stretch them to get them past that 10-minute mark?
Not really, because I really don't have a problem with that.
Sweet, man.
Most
Yeah.
of the time they're longer than that.
That's cool. Yeah, you really have kind of nailed that whole vlog style deal, running around filling and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay, sweet, man. So, Jaime, that's pretty much everything I got, man. Any final thoughts or anything you want to share with the viewers? Maybe anybody out there who's looking to get into YouTube or get into the vending business?
Well, first of all, I just want to say, thank you so much for having me on here. And for people that want to get into YouTube, I feel like it's now the perfect time to get into it, because, YouTube is pushing out a lot of random videos to people.
Right.
So maybe right now is a good time. If you want to get into vending, follow me on Instagram. Wait until I finish the course, and then you can buy it.
Right.
But yeah, good luck to everyone if you actually do start.
Absolutely. Cop the course, baby. So we'll go ahead and wrap this up here. Jaime, it's been so great having you on the show, man. I really appreciate you coming on. My name is Justin. This is Forever Self-Employed. And until next time, hustle hard and get that money, baby.
Yeah, let's go.